What's up, guys? Rone here, runsonfitness.com. I want to give you a quick tip, something that can really help you out and something that's really helped me out as far as just building a stronger body and getting stronger shoulders and getting rid of chronic shoulder pain, because that's something that's really bothered me probably the past year, really, until I started doing this. And I know for a fact that a whole bunch of guys really skip out on working out this particular muscle group, and it can really affect your shoulder health, especially in this area when you're bench pressing or when you're shoulder pressing. You get a lot of pain right here, and as you probably know, anytime you get shoulder pain, that can completely screw up your progress. It can screw up any gains that you're making. It can screw up your lifting session, anywhere from short-term a short-term hindrance all the way through long-term if it continues to get worse. So this is what it is. If you are not focusing, and not even focusing, if you're not putting some kind of effort into developing your rear delts, then you need to start doing that. And your rear delts are, obviously this is your front delt here. You got your side delts here. That's not the scientific name, but y'all know what I mean. And then you got your rear delts back here. And I've only recently started to see actual muscle mass growing in the rear delt area, and you can't see it when I do it like this, but whenever you're flexing from the back, that's what's going to give you that rounded shoulder look from the side. Like a lot of guys have the front delts because a lot of guys do a lot of bench pressing. So that's really going to develop on its own, because that's something that's getting a lot of work on if you do your own shoulder day. And then plus your bench pressing, it's going to get a lot of stimulation. So usually this is not a problem. And normally a lot of guys do the side, the lateral raises. So this won't be a problem either. Developing the other deltoid head, but the one in the back, your rear delts, those are also very important, but they're also very neglected in most guys' routines. And what can actually happen is over time, you're going to start building a lot of muscle mass here and here, and your shoulder is just a ball joint. It's just a joint with the ball in it, and it kind of rotates all around like this, and it nice and smooth. That's why you can move your shoulder all around like that. But whenever you start to get a lot of muscle mass here, and you're not working out the rear delt, it can actually start to pull that joint out of socket. So when you're lifting and you're lifting heavy weight, it's going to start to pinch, and it's going to start to kind of come out of place. And that's where you're getting that pain from. Like I get it, or I used to get it pretty bad in this shoulder. But ever since I started strengthening my rear delts, you really start to feel a difference, because it's going to realign that ball joint, and it's going to just give you a more natural position. Everything's about balance with your body. So you want to stay in balance. You want to keep things balanced. And you want to be sure and hit your rear delts. So even if you don't do a shoulder day to where you're just working shoulders, throw in 2 or 3 rear delt exercises. It doesn't take much. It's not a big muscle. It doesn't take a whole lot of stimulation for it to grow, especially if you've never hit them before. They're gonna catch up pretty rapidly. So you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to do a whole bunch of weight. You just need to do some kind of exercise to start stimulating them and start bringing them up. So a few exercises you can do the, get on the, like if you're doing cable rows and pulling them back here, just kind of bring it up a little bit higher. Bring them up to your, right under your chin, and squeeze back here. Anything you can do to just feel it in the rear delts. Or you can do the bent over lateral raise, where you're bringing the weight up like this. Just make sure you feel it in the rear delt. That's the most important thing. So keep that in mind. That's going to really alleviate over time any shoulder pain that you're having, if that's the issue. I'm not saying this is going to cure all shoulder pain, but for me, this was advice that I got from a friend, and it worked for me. I stuck with it, and not to mention, the aesthetic look. From the side, you're going to look bigger. You're going to look more rounded out, and your physique's going to look better. You don't want to have, all this muscle here, and then you turn around and you just got a flat, this flat slab, just bony shoulder. It doesn't look good. It's uneven. It looks disproportionate, and it can throw off your entire look. So if you lift for aesthetics, and if you want to look bigger, then this is going to benefit you there as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this helps, and we'll see you next time.